Well, look what's arrived today, hot off the press. DJI have just literally launched this yesterday. There was an event on the 27th of October to release it, and gobsmackingly they seem to be doing like Apple, where they have the products ready to be able to purchase immediately or very shortly after launch, which is amazing. So I can't believe how tiny this box is. It is really small. If I just put a mouse next to it, you can see how big it is. It's not much. It can't be much bigger than the camera at all. It's amazing. I'm just looking to see if I've got anything at the side of it to compare it to. So that's my AirPods, and they're obviously tiny. It is a really small box. A wide angle lens is making it look bigger than it actually really is. That's not really helping. So yeah, I've got that, and I've got which I haven't opened yet, which I will be opening. And I've got a 128 gig card as well, which you actually don't need a card to get it working. It's apparently got a 32 gig inbuilt memory in the main camera itself. But you have advantages if you do get a card. You don't have a card slot in the main camera. You only have a card slot in the bolt-on bit, which in this case I've got the one with the screen. You can get a power bank version that just provides extra power to the main unit, or actually charges. I don't know if the power feeds directly from it. I think it actually charges the main camera when you've got it connected. This does the same with the screen, this dual screen. You see it's a dual screen combo. So effectively you've got a screen on the back of the camera, and then you've got an attach on module that clips on, that's got another screen that faces the other way, which should be ideal for vlogging, that sort of thing. But also it does have a battery in it, and it has a card slot in there as well. So apparently you can transfer footage from the internal memory into the 128 gig, and you can keep going filming with the primary memory and fancy things like that. And you can also charge the main body of the camera up, the battery in that, from this other unit, and unplug these, get that charged up, put it back in, and recycle these if you wanted to do that sort of thing, as well as plug it into USB-C for like continuous power, as long as it doesn't overheat, because the body of this is actually like an aluminium. I think it is actually aluminium. Apparently if you run it at the full whack 4K 120 frames per second, it can overheat after a little bit, but you can tweak that in some of the settings on the menus. So we'll have to see how we get on with that. Apparently the 32 gig on this is not actually usable. 32 gig usable is something in the range of 22 gigabytes, which will still be fairly decent, but 128 gig. That seems to be the sweet spot for buying a memory card at the minute, for sort of price per gigabyte, pounds related to gigabytes. So yeah, that's that. So you can see a bit of the specs on the back here. It's magnetic, which is properly cool. It looks at 4K 120, which is for slow motion video, supposedly. I don't know if you can actually play back 4K 120. I've got a faster frame monitor, or refresh rate monitor, so that'd notice the smoothness. Portable and wearable, 10-meter waterproof. That's just for the main body camera housing, not the screen. That's not waterproof itself. You need to buy a full waterproof housing if you want to use both of those together. Dual OLED touchscreen, so LED, obviously that's cool. Black on it should be really nice. And horizon steady, that looks amazing. It looks like, from what I can gather, you can tilt this all the way around, full 360 degrees, and it still rotates the picture in the direction of the horizon. It looks absolutely amazing. And you've got Rocksteady on there as well, an upgraded version of Rocksteady, which looks already really good on the previous DJI cameras. Also in the box, so this just goes through. So you've got the main camera, you've got the touchscreen module, you've got a magnetic adapter mount, which looks like it magnets onto the main body and then allows you to connect to like GoPro kind of fitment. Power cable, which will be USB-C, magnetic lanyard, so you can actually put a lanyard around your neck, and it'll magnetically stick to that. And then you've got a ball joint adapter as well, which I think will be sort of like a tripod presumably it's going to be like a tripod mount for it. What else to say? DJI Care. I haven't taken out DJI Care. I'll have a look and see how much the options are when it's activated. So I think it tells you there. And some bits on the side here related to it, so you can see the lanyard. It goes under your the magnetic's gone under the clothes there to make it look a bit neater. And then that must be the ball mount, which actually doesn't look like a tripod. Maybe it's a suction. I think the suction ones, you can clean them off in water from what I've read, and they will re-stick. Let's have a look at some of their information on here. So it is, I don't know if this is showing very well with the zoom level on here, but we've got a 2.23 watt hour battery, if that means anything. There's anything else on there. So it's a 5-volt input, which is obviously USB input, 2.2 amps charge it. It's saying so. Yeah, just a USB-C charger. It's not a fast USB-C. It's not like a 12 volt or a 19 volt, those 15 or 19 volts that you see on some things as well. So yeah, looks really cool. Surprised at the size of it. What else does it show on the top here? Nothing particularly of interest, just some QR codes. I don't know what they're particularly for. So yeah, there we go. I will get it opened a bit later. Right, so let's get this open. I'm just going to put the camera down. Bear with. Take the cover off. I'm going to open it to open the seal with my penknife. Just starting off a little bit on one edge. Excuse me. We'll just open that a little bit on one side, and then hopefully the rest of it will pay off. It's quite strong polythene they put on there. Not that I should be impressed by things like that, but hey ho. There we go. How does this open? Let's have a look. Is it sealed further? No, it isn't. DJI logo on the side. Nice quality box. Here we go. So that's telling me I need the Mimo app. Now I actually have a drone. That's a DJI drone, so I've already got the Mimo app. What else is it showing me? It's showing me the magnetic lanyard and how to wear that correctly. And it is saying sort of put it under your clothes is the idea. I suppose it'll stop it swinging around as much because it'll hold it with your whatever you're wearing. Then I've got a little wallet here. Oh wow, I am gobsmacked how tiny this is. I knew the dimensions actually, but seeing it in the flesh, it is absolutely tiny. It's about, I mean, that's an AirPod. It's tiny. It's smaller than my AirPods by a mile. Okay, I've got a little bit of a silicone case on that, but still, I mean, my finger here, it's so small. That's immense. Wow. All the videos you see online make it certainly look substantially bigger than that. And say they've packed all the technology that it's got into that space, I am absolutely blown away, to be quite honest. That's really taken me back. I did know the size, so it shouldn't really take me back. But yeah, there we go. So what's this here? I've got it's some multi-language thing related to the warranty. Looks like it covers you for up to 12 months. That said, as I found out recently with Apple, you've got consumer rights that cover up to 2 years, because they just replaced my phone under a European directive. Replaced the camera on my phone under a European directive that covers you for 2 years. I didn't even have to quibble with them. So I think some of this 1 year warranty stuff is actually it's poppycock when you actually come to it. You can pull the consumer rights that you're covered by for 2 years. I actually need to look into further. Quick start. So we see the two parts there. I mean, wow, I'm still blown away how tiny this is. I really, really am. So yeah, get the app. Number 2, click it together, magnetic, and it clips, and then it's showing you to put the, well, that's number 7. Just various instructions. One press turns it on. Probably takes a picture, takes a video. I think I saw a video on this, it told me that. And if you press it 2 times, it changes between the modes, like the video mode, the photo mode, etc. Hold it for 1 second and it goes off. Number 4, what we got, let's tell you about the touch screen. You can move up, down, left and right and press stuff to change your options on the screen. And number 5 is showing how you've got the microphones, of which there's 4 microphones. It's got like a microphone array, and the sound quality is really good actually. I was listening to some videos on it a couple of days ago, or the day actually after the launch, so just yesterday, the day of the launch, and it did basically a load of reviewers had had it for a number of weeks, and the sound quality sounded really good. It sounded better than the iPhone 13 Pro. So the SD card goes in the bottom as well. And what else we got here? It's just telling about the magnetic lanyard, which we've already seen. It's telling you correctly how to do that. It's duplicating what it's got on the box. Maybe they've had issues with that, so they've had to put that in twice to make it clear. And then that must be the stick-on base. I thought it might be a tripod thing, but looking at that, I don't think it is. It's just a stick-on type of base, and then we've got the GoPro type of mount thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to mount it on things yet. Thought I'd get the camera first. I was telling you about the waterproofing that I mentioned earlier. The main body is waterproof, but the screen bit, the separate combo screen attachment, is not waterproof. And don't get water on the contacts. It's basically saying keep it away from cards because it's magnetic, probably pacemakers, hard drives and RAM, so affect anything that can be affected by magnets. That's actually really cool with it being magnetic. I think that's going to be really useful and mean that you don't need mounts where otherwise you may have needed mounts when they're not magnetic. What's to talk about? So we've got an academy here where you can learn more, and there's a download section. I think I did look yesterday, and there's some videos of how to kind of get the best out of it. What's the other bit? You probably want to see the camera just like I do. I've not seen it yet myself. Safety guidelines, I'll have a look at that later. It's probably all about don't take it apart, don't drop it, don't blow it up, don't dispose of it correctly. Some specifications here which might be quite interesting. So what's it saying? It has Wi-Fi in here, 2 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. It's got even AC as well. It's got quite a decent level of Wi-Fi. It's got Bluetooth, Bluetooth 5.0, and it operates between freezing to 40 degrees. I bet you could probably take it below 0 as long as it's turned on, and then it'll probably keep it nice and cool, I would imagine. But hey ho, I'm not a skiing person, so I'm not unlikely to probably find that out, I would imagine. Right, so what we got? Top compartment here, USB-C cable. Not sure how long that is, but it looks sufficient. Then looks like some sort of mount. Bear with me. Oh no, this is the lanyard bit. Open that out. So it's clearly got some metal in here for that to be magnetic. It slides around a little bit. Interesting. See how we get on with that. Open the other bit. Don't eat silica gel. Who eats silica gel? This feels really nice quality. That feels really solid, and it's got a bit of a weight to that. That looks really cool. That's kind of what I call a GoPro mount. I don't know if that's technically correct, but it's what I've seen on GoPros. So that'll obviously fit various different accessories that use that. Let's open this bottom one here. So we've got another 2 bits here. It's all very neatly packed, is this. Put it down again. Aha. So this is a tripod mount. Can't remember what that's called. Is it 1/4 inch maybe? Something like that. It's can't tell if that's magnetic. It might be. It might be. That obviously it connects on somehow to somewhere. I'm not sure exactly how that connects on at this stage. What else we got here? Maybe it connects onto this other bit that I haven't opened yet. Let me have a look. It may be, because this is a stick-on mount. Maybe it's got a stick-on bit and a tripod bit. Let's have a look. What's it actually got? All right, so it's magnetic on the top again. It's got a nice weight to that because it's got obviously some strong magnets in there. And here we go. This is not a stick-on bit. This is actually the tripod tripod mount. So you could connect it obviously straight into a tripod or into that. But then what does that do? It looks like it's got a little clip-on cover. Aha, eureka. Let's pull this clip-on cover off. Sorry, you're not seeing this. Maybe I'll be able to feel better when I've got my DJI Action set up. Tips. Right, so that's the cover. That's the back of the cover here. So this is the main bit. When I've opened that, you see it's got like a, it's got a seal on there for stickiness. Nano rubber can be reused after cleaning with water. Very clever. What a nice idea. I've seen many action cameras where they've got a 3M pad on them and it's not reusable, and it does seem very wasteful, and have a lot of faff to replace the pads, probably find the pads. I don't know if there's a cost associated with that. So that's pretty cool. Let me just put this back together. So I'm just going to clip that back in place over itself. Put that to one side. Now for the main daddy. Oh wow, that feels lovely. Got all the seals around everywhere. Don't know if I've got to charge this up fully before powering it up. We'll see. Camera button pointing upwards. Makes sense. Camera lens facing this way. Don't know why they need to put that on, but they have done. That's that. So let's take these seals off. I'm here to use it. It's nice and shiny. One downside of this is it doesn't have a replaceable lens cover from what I've understood so far, and that certainly is the case as far as I can see. It looks properly sealed, so I'm going to be absolutely keeping my eyes peeled for some sort of protective cover for this. I think it's a very, very wise thing to do. Even though it's an action camera, I think it's Gorilla Glass, but it'd just be my bloody sod's law that'd happen. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes peeled for that, and also maybe some sort of screen protector for the back screen as well. It's lovely and shiny at the moment, isn't it? So I just like to keep things. I like to keep things nice. So I might just get some sort of foam protector for the screen at the minute, just to minimise any scratches or anything. It might be totally unnecessary. It might be really solid and scratch resistant, but I'm not sure. A lot of the reviews, the early reviews, they don't always give you the full story with these things as to how good they actually are. So let's open this other little bit. Again, I'm really surprised at the size of these. This has got a nice weight to it as well. Not that it's heavy, but it's substantial enough to make it feel very, very nice quality, which is obviously a lovely thing. Again, we've got a screen cover on here. What's it saying? I've got that the wrong way around. Keep the expansion port clean and dry. That's obviously the buttons at the top. Not the buttons, the connection bit. Charge to activate the battery before using it for the first time. So yeah, it is asking me to plug this in and charge it up. So I will be doing that, and no doubt there'll be a firmware update, because from what I gather there was beta firmware on some of these for testers. I would imagine that there's going to be an update straight away, because they must have been in production a while. So what we've got here, we've got the two clips either side. They're nice quality, they feel strong, decent spring, but don't need too much to push on them. And we've got the USB-C port here, and the SD card is on the XD card slot is on the back. So I'll shove my SanDisk in there. At some point, I thought I'd seen like somewhere that you can put a lanyard connected to this camera as well, maybe on one of the corners. Yeah, there is just on this bottom corner here. You could connect a lanyard to that, I guess, to keep hold of it, which might be useful rather than dropping it. So I might actually look out for a lanyard or get an old one. Yeah, looks really lovely. Let's get this connected together if I can snap these together. Put this down a second. You probably actually want to see this, so let me just see if I can do this another way. So I've just put that camera there, so I want the lens facing the same way as the bottom screen. So I didn't have to do anything, it just jumped together. I just need, in fact I don't even need to put the clips together, it's just fit perfectly like a glove. Really nice. That feels very solid, the magnets feel strong. Oh, I've got a light come on the back, presumably that means it's charging. Powering up the DJI, the main camera bit. I'll take this sticky bit off here as well so we can see what it's like. It really is tiny. The camera, the picture that I've got here doesn't really show it justice. It's so small. It's flipping amazing, to be quite honest, how small that is. I am taken back by how tiny it is. It should be in the DJI Action Nano or something, quite honestly. I'm not that familiar with action cameras to know how this compares in size with the others, so maybe I'm a bit I'm a bit over the top with that impression, but ho-hum, I am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this plugged in, get it charged up, and I will continue in a bit. So just going to plug this in to charge up. I've just got a power bank here I'm plugging it into. It's just most convenient for me at the minute. So let's see what happens. It's still on green on there. I can feel the top unit getting warm. Obviously it's charging the battery internally. So let's get this plugged into the USB-C port and see what happens. USB-C's on this side here. Power bank's on. Oh, that's really stiff. There we go. Oh, so I've got a flash now. Wonder what happens if I turn it on. Oh, it's bleeping at me. It looks like it's some sort of initial setup languages and whatnot, and seems to be telling me to get the DJI Mimo app. So I will do that as well. I'm not really going to be able to film that because my Mimo app is on the same phone that I'm filming on, so that's not going to work. So I might just leave this there for now. Cheers for now. I just touched the screen to give me more information. So there we go. It's 99%. Now it's showing 100%. Let's try and zoom in here a little bit better. Yes, it's 100%. Can see if I can touch the screen. I've got menu options there for the video. It looks like it's in Chinese currently. Looking at this, yeah, it's in Chinese. Whether it means I've got to go to the Mimo app to actually change that. I'm sure I could go into some settings and stumble my way through it, but it might be I just need to go into the Mimo app and get it all set up. That's all very responsive. If I turn it the other way, you can see here, because I've got the other screen attached, it's actually showing me stuff on this screen as well. That is absolutely another touch screen as well with various settings on it. Again, it's all in Chinese just for now. So I'll try and get this updated through the Mimo app and take it from there. Right, so I'm just trying my DJI Mimo app. It hasn't let me connect when I've done a search in the Mimo app, but what I'm going to do, I have found how to put this back to English. I don't know if I missed something in the setup. I'm just going to scroll up here, and I saw like a globe. So that symbol to me shows what it's in. I don't know what that's selected, some type of Chinese. So English. Let's go back. See what happens. Oh, just saw an option for live streaming there, so that looks quite cool. So we've got voice control. What's it? Is it vibration, wireless connections? I probably need to select the wireless connection. Try that way. Video compression. I've heard that you should tweak that. Compatibility videos have higher compatibility. Efficiency videos have smaller size and higher efficiency. Yeah, I've heard that there might be a better one to select there because one of them has higher compression. So presumably the efficiency one, the smaller size and higher efficiency means that they're compressed more. Compatibility videos are probably higher compatibility, so I probably don't want the efficiency ones. I probably want the compatibility ones because the efficiency is compressing more. I saw it in a review last night that I might need the compatibility mode, but I'll look into that more. So sounds are on, you can turn a grid on, anti-flicker, auto stop recording. That's for Instagram and for certain things that have got cut-offs apparently. I'm not sure about Instagram, TikTok and whatnot. They've apparently got a limit on your video length, so you can find that handy. Auto power off, LEDs on or off, continuous live stream language, factory reset, device info, compatibility info. So firmware version 1.0.0.0.10 out of the box. Camera version as well there. Touchscreen version 1.0.0.95, quick start guide, and expert log. No doubt once I get this connected up, it's gonna want to do an update. Wireless connection, wireless info, DJI Memo. Use DJI Memo to connect a camera unit. So I think I need to look at that further, which I'll do now, but I can't do at the same time as using my phone to record this. So let me turn this off. So I've got my memory card here. I've got my SanDisk Extreme 128 gig. DJI Action spec said it needs a class 3 card, which this is. I don't know if it comes out very well on camera, but just on that edge there's like a little U3. That's the class there, so hopefully it should be able to keep up with everything. So let's see which way around it goes. Is it top to the top end of the camera or bottom? So look, let's clip this in. It's feeling good. Yeah, that's clipped in. Let's see if there's anything that's come up on here. Nothing has at the minute. So I've currently got a particular mode. I've got 48 minutes and 19 seconds available in the current mode I'm in, which I think I'm in a hyperlapse mode at 1080p. Let's change mode, see what I get. Slow-mo mode, 21 minutes. Quick clips. Start from the left. Photos, 16.9 gig. So it doesn't tell you how many. Photo video mode, 17 minutes 30, but I'm in 4K 60. A lot of people, I suppose, are likely to use 4K 24, 25 or 30. Let's set it at that and see what it does. So 4K 24, 21 minutes. I think I'm selecting things I'm not meaning to there. RS next to it I think must mean rock steady as well. So I'll go up to 25 frames, 21 minutes as well. That's made no difference. I suppose that must be neither here nor there. 30, 21 minutes. 60's got to make a difference, surely. You'd think that'd half the run time, twice as many frames. See what it's doing. Let's get up to 60. 48 and 50. People might use them, but I think this is more likely. So what have we got? Oh, 17 minutes. I didn't expect that to drop so little. I thought that would drop a lot more than that. Quite interesting. We've got battery life up here. If you tap that, it's showing the battery life of the battery pack that's attached for the screen and the main unit, which is quite cool. So look in the settings and see what it's saying about the cards. If we go in here, so I've got 16.9 gig on the internal card. The screen on this, by the way, is really lovely. It's the OLED screen. It doesn't come out so well on the picture here, but in the flesh it's lovely. The blacks are really black, as you'd expect. I've actually turned the brightness down on this because it was on 100% brightness. It's approximately 50% brightness now. Hopefully that will help some battery life, and I don't know if they get burning on these. OLEDs can get burning. An option here to export the files on the internal storage to the SD card. Yeah, I guess that could be quite good, couldn't it, to keep it clear on the internal card. If I were just particularly using the main body without the attachment, I might want to clear it off, so that's quite a nice little option. And the SD card's got 118 gig. It's a 128 gig card. I guess that's lost some with formatting, and also on top of that, it's probably got some rescue software on there as well. I'm probably going to leave it just an internal at the moment and decide what to do later.